Hello mga ka-jibes, welcome back to my channel. Andito na naman tayo sa kasunod na episode sa ating laag-laag. My plan today is to go river crossing. Sana may schedule ngayon at igala ko kayo doon sa pagko-cross natin sa sa river. Yung tubig na umiikot sa sa isla ng island city ng Lübeck. So mag river crossing tayo. Okay, see you.
A few moments later.
Hello mga ka-drives, nandito na tayo sa city. Teka, tingnan nyo Ito yung mga historical values. That's the salt storage. Tapos dito sa gilid ko yung Holstein tour. Yan. Tapos doon sa likod, sana yung St. Mary's. Basta nandyan sa likod ko. Okay. Patuloy tayo sa drives. Ganda ang panahon ngayon uli. Ayan. Okay ka-drives, I'm back. Ito na yung sabi ko. Yan. Tingnan natin kung makaka-take chance tayo ngayon. Yan ang kuan dito. Other side of the city. Busy ang city. Maraming mga tao namasyal. Teka, dito tayo. Itong dalawang scooter dito naka-park. Wala nang laman ang apps nila. So magtanong-tanong tayo kung mayroon bang biyahe sa river cross. So dito bumalik ulit ako. Kasi galing na ako dito noon Makikita nyo to sa isang vlog ko. Ayan. Yan yung ticketing office. Teka. Ayan yung mga tao, ready na sila. So, mag-antay na lang tayo kung kailan tumakbo. Ayan mo, kasakay tayo. Hallo, guten Tag.
Hallo.
Wann muss ich los?
Dafür können Sie jetzt einsteigen, können Sie jetzt Ticket kaufen.
Okay, okay. Und wie viel kostet es?
Adult,
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Einmal.
Okay.
Okay. Danke.
Nö. Du hast 2 Euro.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Bitte schön. Schön ab.
Ja, danke. So, ka-chefs, nandito na tayo sa loob. Dito. Ayan. Ganda ang Yan ang salt storage. Salt Speicher sa German. Okay, ka-drives. Ayan ang paligid. Yun, oy. So, ito yung ticket ko. Yan. Ito yung nakikita. Ang pangalan, Quant-Linie, Lübeck Hafen, ang canal Rundfahrt. Okay. So, hello mga ka-drives. Today is the day that I've promised to go river crossing. As we can see it on the map, the city of Lübeck, it is an island and it is surrounded with water. This is where we are going to have our cross, and sit back, relax and enjoy the ride. I'll show you around. But first of all, I'll tell you about the historical buildings known as Lübecker Salzspeicher. Right in front of us is the Salzspeicher, which means salt storage warehouses. These buildings are 6 Renaissance-style brick houses and are located in the upper river. They were built between 1579 and 1745. Originally, the storage warehouses were used to store the salt brought from Lüneburg, another town located between Hamburg and Lübeck, came to town with cart over the old salt road and later via the Strignitz Canal with the salt extracted from the oldest loose salt works and brought in by barges on the Trave. The salt was exported from Lübeck to all of Scandinavia as the basis of its wealth at the time. It was primarily used to preserve the herring fishes caught in Norway and Scania. As salt that time was mainly needed in Norway and the Scania region in Sweden. From there, it allowed herring trade inland, and since then it became the primary source of wealth to Lübeck for a long time. In the Middle Ages, the location on Lübeck's oldest bridge, the Holstener Brücke, which is directly above us, marked the boundary between the seaport and the inland port with its connection to Elbe River through the Strignitz Canal. Now we are entering into the Untertrave and going past the 3 identical buildings of Radisson Blu Senator Hotel. It is located directly on the bank of the Untertrave and just a moment's stroll to the city of Lübeck, and it provides an ideal base for exploring the Old Town District site for its stunning medieval architecture as it lies directly across the Untertrave. And the white building on its left side is the MUK, M-U-K. It is how locals like to call it, which stands for Musik und Kongresshalle, which means in English, Music and Congress Hall, a place where music shines in all its splendor. Musik und Kongresshalle is not just a place for music, it has turned into a versatile center for all sorts of events. It attracts guests and famous actors from all over the world, and for a night, this is the place in Lübeck. Enjoy classical music, rock and pop concerts, theater play, a comedy, or a dance show. Anchored right in front of the MUK is the Lübeck Theater ship. It had been a storage of coal and gravel back in the olden times, but these days, there is a cozy theater with 156 seats in the interior of the vessel. An inviting foyer with theater accompanying gastronomy also has space in the ship's hold. Theater goers can also enjoy a great view of the old city from the open deck above the hall, before, during, and after performance. Theater ship Lübeck is the city's first and only floating stage that delights its audience with light entertainment at a high level. This includes relationship comedies, as well as reviews and guest performances by renowned artists. We carry on further for more interesting historical details about the island city of Lübeck. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sight. Now we are leaving the Holstenhafen and slowly coming into the museum's Hafen. The bridge over there is the Drehbrücke, swing bridge, for pedestrians, but occasionally it swings aside to open up for several sailboats or ships that come into the Holstenhafen. Allow me to give you slight translations because several times I'm using the words Brücke and Hafen. Brücke means bridge and Hafen means port or harbor. Now we are slowly entering the Lübeck Newport Marina in the Hansa-Hafen. Here, several guest ships, water travelers from the Scandinavian countries, yacht owners are moored here in winter and all summer long. Also, Dutch boats that also have come here via the canals. Lübeck is known as the Queen of the Hanseatic League, and Newport Marina is the pearl of the Baltic coast. The well-organized guest harbor is a popular meeting place and an ideal starting point for numerous excursions and activities. Here you will find up to 30 berths for boats up to 30 meters in length. From breakfast buffet to lunch and a wide selection of regional dishes in the evening, the Newport restaurant, the huge building over there, offers anything you could wish for, a modern ambience directly on the river. Enjoy Lübeck from its most beautiful side with a view of the merchant houses of the old island city. As we travel along the marina, let me tell you about the history of Lübeck, a northern city of beauty and intellect. Lübeck, the queen of all the Hanseatic cities, was founded in 1143 as the first western city on the Baltic coast. A medieval ambience, historical and cultural attractions still dominate the wonderful cityscape today and hark back to the city's glorious past as a free and Hanseatic city. As one of the most illustrious early seats of global trade, Lübeck has always been pretty special. Surrounded by water, the old town with its 7 towers and 5 main churches is testament to 1,000 years of eventful history. As such, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in its own right, as the Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and Classicist buildings, narrow lanes and streets, churches and monasteries, merchants' houses, and fortifications come together to form a remarkable whole. An excellent example of brick Gothic architecture is the St. Mary's Church, features the world's tallest brick vault, just a stone's throw away in the modern Muck Musik and Congress Hall, Lübeck's main venue for the Schleswig-Holstein Music Festival. Other significant buildings in the old town include the ensemble around the town hall, the castle monastery, the Coburg Square, the district between St. Peter's Church and the cathedral, the Holstein Gate, the city's most famous landmark, and the Salzspeicher salt storage houses on the banks of the Trave River. Medieval Lübeck is the perfect place for an unforgettable stroll. And when the sun goes down, the city's numerous pubs, restaurants, bars, and clubs come to life. A visit to the Heinrich and Thomas Mann Center will guide you through the life and legacy of the illustrious literary brothers. And don't forget to sample the city's specialty, the world-famous Lübeck marzipan, which has been the sweetest temptation for as long as there have been almonds. You may be wondering what marzipan really is. Marzipan is a light, candy-like mixture made by mixing finely ground almonds with sugar, corn syrup, and egg whites. Now let's carry on. On this location of the Hansa-Hafen, you can get a boat trip and the Untertrave from Lübeck to Travemünde and back. The journey takes approximately 1.5 hours, past the numerous ferry ports and fritters. Then it will go past the 900-year-old fishing village of Gotmund, the old fishing town of Schlüttup, the Dommersdorfer Ufer, small beaches, and countless other sights. You will always discover something new on your journey. Meanwhile, let yourself be pampered by the excellent onboard galley. You can feast and enjoy. The panoramic trip on the Trave is a real experience for both tourists and locals. The boat timetables in total have 6 times daily the possibility to drive the line between Lübeck, Travemünde, and back. Now we are coming into the port of Lübeck and its industrial zone. It is the second largest German Baltic port after the port of Rostock. Lübeck is the largest transshipment and distribution center for the Swedish and Finnish paper industry in Europe. Additionally, Lübeck is among Europe's largest ferry destinations. Tailor-made logistics system guarantee optimum service for clients 365 days per year. The real strength of Lübeck lies in its rural traffic fast cargo, rolling on and off the vessels by truck, cassettes, or railway wagons. Lübeck is the largest German container port located directly on the Baltic Sea. Additionally, the port offers all advantages of the logistics center with the highest level of quality and know-how, especially concerning forest products such as paper and pulp. One of the most beautiful sights in Lübeck is its old city surrounded by waterways and with the 7 beautiful towers of its 5 churches pointing skywards. The range of colors of the houses also does its bit to make it look even more idyllic. A stroll through the historic center of the city will immediately make you realize why it was declared a World Heritage Site. We shall make a short break. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the surroundings. Now we are directly going past under the Brücke, the lift bridge. It was built in connection with the construction of the Elbe-Lübeck Canal. It runs in the north of Lübeck's Old Town Island at the confluence of the Stadttrave and Canal Trave via the Klughafen and creates the connection to the Burg Tor Hafen and the St. Gertrud district. The bridge was built from steel between 1896 to 1900. Behind the lift bridge is the Burg Tor Brücke, Castle Gate Bridge, which we are now directly going past under it. It was built in the late Gothic style. It takes its name from the old Lübeck Castle, high above the Trave, which was converted into Castle Monastery in 1227. Kaiser Wilhelm II inaugurated it on June 16, 1900. Now we are entering the Klughafen. Literally in English, it means smart port. How it got its name, I've got no clue. So far, it is a part of the history. Now we are going past the other side of the island, which is in contrast to the industrial zone and Lübeck Marina. Those identical buildings facing over the river are modern condominiums at Falkenstraße. Stay relaxed and enjoy the greener side of the island city of Lübeck. Now we are going past under another bridge coming up, which is the Mühlentorbrücke. In English, it means Millgate Bridge. Mühlentor is the comprehensive name for the city gate system of Lübeck city fortifications, which secured the entrance to the city from the south. In addition, the term is still used today as a designation for the part of Lübeck St. Jürgen, which includes the immediate former Torvoerland. Overall, the Mühlentor complex consisted of 4 gates staggered one behind the other, which were built in different centuries, with the younger ones being placed in front of the older ones. However, at no time did all 4 gate structures exist at the same time. We have almost completed our tour around the island city of Lübeck. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the sight of the beautiful surroundings. we are nearing close to the end of our tour towards where we have started. In our journey, we went past under the 12 bridges that connect the island city of Lübeck to the adjacent lands. Considering it's only a small city, but there are still loads of things to explore in Lübeck. It has a charming old town full of pretty architecture, and the buildings reflect the personality of the Gothic, Baroque, Renaissance, and Classicist styles. Each house is an architectural jewel, which together with the temples and fortresses make this place second to none. Hope you enjoyed the river crossing while exploring the island city of Lübeck. Hello mga ka-drives! Nakalabas na tayo sa sa boat. Ito, naglakad-lakad uli ako dito sa may tabi ng city. Ayan, kasi nahanap ko yung river crossing papuntang Chavemonde. Malaking barko na yon. So magtatanong-tanong ako kung saan yun. Kasi dito yun banda, itong dinadaanan ko ngayon. Sana mga ka-drives, nag-enjoy kayo sa atin mga pa-episode sa river crossing.